Hey, what's going on everyone? Nick Corona here, and today I want to talk to you guys about B-roll. There's several different kinds of B-roll, and it's a real ambiguous thing. Some people use a little bit, some people use a lot. There's close-up shots, wide shots. Some people even make entire films just out of B-roll. It's a really popular thing. And the more I film, the more I realize the importance of it. So what I want to do today is I'm going to take an entire trip just to focus on B-roll. We're going to do this just to practice B-roll, and it's what I suggest you do. And this is something I've actually done a lot of times. I'm just kind of documenting it today. Also, today we're going to be doing two types of B-roll. We're going to do drone shots with the Mavic 2 zoom, which pretty much all drone shots, I don't want to say all drone shots, but most drone shots just work as B-roll, unless you're intentionally making it be your A-roll. I have talked about in previous videos how I think drone shots work best when you weave them in with A-roll and other shots. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to really try and weave in my drone shots with the B-roll I take with this, essentially making an entire little clip to just B-roll, combining drone shots with my DSLR shots. So today I'll be shooting with this lens, which is a 70-300 Canon lens. It obviously has stabilization. I'll put a link below so you guys can check it out. This is one of the first, I'd say, expensive lenses I got before I really knew a lot about lenses. And since it's a 70-300 and my camera is a crop sensor, I never really got a lot of chances to use it because it's always zoomed in so far. So I'm really excited to have a chance to just kind of test this lens out and really put it to the test. Other than that, I've really just used it for long distance photography. So I'm really excited. Also, when you do projects like this, you can actually make money doing this kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of services like Blackbox, but people are actually willing to just buy your B-roll. So that's something else to consider. Another thing that I would like to add is I'll be shooting at 60 frames per second today just so I can really slow it down. And my camera caps out at 60 frames per second, but using optical flow and really looking through your frames, we can still get some buttery smooth slow motion. So we'll take a look at what we can do today. I'd also like to point out, if you're shooting without filters like I am currently, sometimes shooting at a higher frame rate is really nice for shooting in really sunny situations, because obviously it's going to make your shot way darker. And this trick works both ways. If you're shooting in a really dark area, make sure you're at 24 frames per second so you can lower your shutter speed to get the most light. I don't know about you guys, but I bounce pretty much all my projects out at 24 frames per second, regardless of what I shoot in. All right, well, I'll see you guys back here in a bit. We're gonna head out to Morningside here, take a little hike, and see if we can find some beautiful things and make some B-roll. Wow, Morningside was extremely beautiful. I can't believe things like that are just 10 minutes away from where I live in downtown Atlanta. And I've been here for 6 years. I had no idea that was there. And there's more just like it. So it's really cool to see those things in such an urban environment. And I think it's really important when you're filming B-roll to always be filming. That's one key tip I've picked up over the years, is just let the camera roll. You should have extra batteries. You should have a lot of memory. Some of the best B-roll is just caught in the moment, going on around, maybe between takes or traveling to another location. That's when I've gotten some of my best B-roll. B-roll is just everything going on around. Whether it's small or just a time lapse or a few seconds of something, the more you collect, the easier it is in post. It's a real bummer when you're trying to pull B-roll out of your A-roll. You just don't want to be in that situation. And then the other key I have found is having something like a drone that just provides you with guaranteed awesome B-roll no matter what. So by the time you're done piecing together your camera footage, it's already gold and you haven't even used your drone footage yet. And that's the icing on the cake. So that's my advice for B-roll, and I'm not an absolute professional at it yet. I'm just working to get better every day, trying to learn like you guys, listening for tips and advice. And this is just an exercise that I would encourage you all to do to get better. Another really great benefit is I take all this footage and I put it in a separate folder and label it, because there's a time when maybe I'm working on a music video or a project, or like I said earlier, you can sell it to Black Box. But I more often than not end up using this footage when it was really just a practice intent. Another tip is, if you're not liking the way your B-roll came out, try playing with the speed of it, try cropping in on it. There's a few different things you can do to save it sometimes, so keep that in mind. It's not always trash, which is just one more reason they say to never delete in camera. You'll be amazed at some of the shots you get that maybe you think they were ruined or they're no good, but it might actually be great for B-roll or something like that. I've even had shots that look completely blown out or too dark on the camera, and when you get back to your computer, you realize it could be one of your best shots, or maybe it creates a cool effect. So make sure to just, have a lot of memory. You should never even consider deleting something on your camera unless you're, formatting. I hope that if you got this far in the video, you got something out of this, and that this will help improve your B-roll, or at least help improve the way that you think about it, so that you can use it in your videos and, ultimately create better content or just better memories for you to keep. Also, with this video, I'm going to hit 100,000 views, and that's crazy. I just started making these for fun, and so I could get better with the camera for marketing and for, videography, and I have really just ended up enjoying YouTube. So thanks a lot, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the positivity and good feedback that I've been getting. It's a great community to be a part of. So I hope you all had as good of a time as I did, and stay tuned for the next episode. That was B-roll with Nick Corona.